37, shutters open, doors open. It's another hot one, lots of power in the sun. The air is actually cold. It's a cool breeze from the north today, but it's warm in here. Now the system has proved to be working well, so what I'm going to do is drain off the water. I'm just going to let it pump it out actually. So I'm going to take this hose and throw it out through the hatch. There we go. Once we get all that water out of there, I'm going to haul the container out through the hatch and give it a little bit of a cleaning, and then we're going to get the nutrients in it. So, looks like a little bit of algae started in there. There's a little tiny bit of slime on there. So we'll clean that out there now and get it ready to go again. A bit of water here with a bit of light dish detergent in it. Get this cleaned out nicely. I've found that dish detergent doesn't hurt the plants, but it does help keep the algae away. So a little bit of that in here. I'm not too worried about not getting it all out after. That'll be fine. A little bit of rinsing. Alright, this is the easiest way to get this one back in. Just like that. Alright. I could probably get this one right up in place here. Into the hole there. There we go. This cord's going to plug in over that way. Perfect. So we got the container back in place. The feed tube is going into there. And we've got the drain going back into our bucket. So we're going to start filling that up. And what I've found to be the easiest way to do this is just to pour my nutrients right into the NFT and let it drain to the bucket itself. Okay, we have 10 liters into the system there now. So we're going to get another 10 liters in, and I think that's going to be enough there to bring it above the level of the pump. We'll check that in a moment. And if so, we'll plug it in and let it start to circulate. The thing about this system, and we'll find this more so as time goes on and the plants start filling this up with roots, there's always going to be a fair bit of nutrient in the system. And there's good and bad to that. Nutrient in some parts of the system, such as the lower end of both of these tubes, that will cause the roots to always be sitting in a pool. So if we lose power or the pump goes out, those plants are going to be fine. But in an area like I'm in right now, it drains completely from this area. So if we lose the pump or the power goes out for some reason, then these areas will go dry within a couple of hours, and that's not good for the plants. Now, because there is so much nutrient in the system at any point in time, we also have to keep in mind that if the pump goes out, much of this nutrient will flow back to the reservoir, and that can overflow the reservoir, depending on how full it is at the time. All right, so that will be 20 liters. We're going to have a look down the other end now. Okay. Oh, we've got lots there. It's quite full. So we're going to plug that in and let the pumping begin. Look at this guy. It's what we've seen in the past where the roots are sort of a woody structure to them. That guy, can I get you to run that one in the house and just rinse off those roots like we do with algae? That looks like it might be a bit of algae on that. Yeah, actually, if you can bring out a container of water and together we'll rinse some of these there. Perfect. All right. Let's bring that over here. Okay. Oh, we're going to pour it out of here and that there can catch it, sure. All right, so we're going to rinse off these roots a little bit. Just hold them down there for me. And all right. This one's a bit green, slimy. I often do this here right on the end of the lawn hose to let the water run. You can massage these roots as you're cleaning them. They're a little bit woody. They're not as fragile as you would think. Some plants are more fragile than others, but these are pretty good. Oh, he's good. All right. So that one's good. He can go down too. Now this one here, the root is actually rotting off a little bit. Look. So we're going to clean that much better. Dip it down there, splash it around a little bit. You'll go down. There we are. All right. Now the roots are a little bit shallower on this one, so I'm putting this one down here where I said earlier that the water pools a bit, where it's building up to run out. That will allow those roots to get their share of nutrient a little bit better. Okay. All right. We'll put that one down here too. Now, let's get the biggest ones here. All right. This guy here is quite large, and I've noticed this guy here is branching out a lot. Look. So it's already starting to produce some offshoots. We got a helicopter or something just down the road here. Sounds like. And we got room for two more. Okay. Now these guys need a little bit more support here around their base. And being in these adapters, it gives us a little bit more height on the sides to be able to put some clay pellets. Now if you don't have access to clay pellets, nice little beach rocks or anything of that nature, a bunch of marbles even. Not hardly as good, because the clay pellets do retain a lot of moisture. They're very porous, but it will do the job if the bottom of the plant is down where the nutrient is enough. Sorry guys, we had to move you outside because the camera was telling me it's too hot in the greenhouse for it. So I'm now just trellising up a couple of these plants, just something to hold them upright as they're growing. What I've been doing, I'm using this cheap line from dollar store. I just put a loop in one end and I put it around the string that I have going across the top, feed it through, and that way I can easily undo it to move it around later. So we just pull that down this way, and we're going to get a clip for that. These little tomato clips, they work really good. I love them. I buy them by packs of 100, and I can just put that right down here, put the line in it, and it will hold the line very snug. Just like that, and that. That one there seems to have a bit of a permanent bend in it, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that one. This guy here is much the same boat, I think. I try to have these as much over top of the plant as possible, because I don't want to be pulling my plant sideways. Okay, that one comes down there. Get another one of these clips on. They just around the line. I'll try to get these bundled up here a little bit. Try to hold it together next few days, and then it will start to take shape a little bit better for me here. Okay, so the peppers have been moved. This is where they'll be for the rest of the summer. They're all looking pretty good. Over the next few hours, I'm going to watch them closely, make sure that none of them are getting too droopy. That would be an indication that they're not getting the nutrient they need, and I may have to adjust something. But as we can see, this guy's curling up a little bit. I'm going to have to check that one. So we'll just lift it up. All right, so the roots are down in the nutrient okay. So hopefully that one's going to pick up now and do okay. We'll keep a close eye on that. But the rest of them, they look good. A few of them, like this guy here, we're going to see what happens with that one. We may have to make some modifications on it. But the rest are looking good. We'll keep a close eye on them over the next little while. Special thanks to my wife, by the way. She's been helping me out a lot with this stuff. Most times we do need 2 people to do a lot of this stuff. She's been a great help. I gotta get cleaned up for the tomatoes next. That's gonna happen sometime in the next week or so. We'll see you later. Take care.